Hi, I'm Benjamin Riley, the Executive Director of Deans for Impact, and I'm excited to announce that Deans for Impact is releasing our latest publication, Practice with Purpose, the Emerging Science of Teacher Expertise. Our aim with this document is to connect the science of expertise with the methods we use to prepare and develop future teachers. Research from a number of fields have identified a set of principles that lead to improved performance. These principles are known as deliberate practice. And what's exciting about them is that we can map them and use them to develop and prepare future teachers. So what we hope is that this document, Practice with Purpose, will help programs that prepare future teachers think about the design of practice-based experiences so that we can work together to develop a true science of developing teacher expertise. There are 5 principles of deliberate practice that apply to the development of teacher expertise. The first is to push beyond one's comfort zone. The second is to work towards specific, well-defined goals. The third is to focus intently on a specific area. The fourth is to respond to high-quality feedback. And the fifth is to develop a mental model of what good teaching looks like. So the first principle is that you want to push beyond one's comfort zone. You should find a level where you're practicing this particular skill just beyond what you're capable of doing now. If it's too tough, you're not going to be able to really develop, and if it's too easy, you're not actually cultivating a new teaching skill. The second principle is to define specific goals. It's not enough to have an ambitious goal like, I want to be a better teacher, but instead you really want to focus on a discrete aspect of teaching, such as, I want to get better at eliciting student thinking, and then work on getting better at that specific skill. So the third principle of deliberate practice is to intensify the focus. And what this means is that you actually sometimes want to strip away some of the extraneous environmental factors that may impede your ability to focus on a particular skill. So for example, instead of practicing all the time in a classroom, you might want to practice in a small environment or in a simulator in order to work on a particular skill. So the fourth principle of deliberate practice is to provide high-quality feedback. Now what this means is that the feedback should occur very close to the point in time when you're working on a particular skill, and you should have the opportunity to work on it again. Feedback should become part of a loop that you're using to develop teaching skill. The fifth and final principle of deliberate practice involves creating a mental model. Now, this is probably the most complex of concepts within deliberate practice, so I'm going to take a moment to explain what this means. When a teacher is thinking about how they're going to instruct a student or a classroom, they need to have a mental model of what excellent performance should look like. This means understanding how students learn, so thinking about cognitive science, and also have an understanding of what it'll look like and how they'll determine whether student learning is occurring. As teachers and teacher candidates develop this mental model, they should be checking their own behavior against it to see if they're actually performing in the way that they want to. Thank you for watching and listening to the principles of deliberate practice as they apply to the emerging science of teacher expertise. If you want to learn more and go into more detail, you can download Practice with Purpose on the Deans for Impact website at www.deansforimpact.org.